What's up, Ari?
But I was going to say I'm happy to be here. It could be worse just to have the opportunity to say publicly that I love Miller's Crossing. This is a movie that I have more or less memorized.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't able to rewatch it last night, which I intended to do. So I'm a little rustier than I wish I was. Yeah, this one's important to me. This is Sonnenfeld, and then Deakins comes right after this. And there's a big difference between, I would say, the looks of those films.
Yes.
But you still got the Evil Dead impulses.
Yes.
Right. Well, this was an early one for me. This was really early. Like as I was first digging in, this was one of the first movies that I rented of theirs. And I remember this is around the time that I also was obsessed with Goodfellas, and this came out the same year. It was overshadowed by that. Although it makes sense because Goodfellas is the best movie ever made. But
I agree.
But then
I agree.
But this is one of the best movies ever made. I was completely blown away, and this is a film I just kept rewatching, and I was a kid who, I was a fat kid with like a debilitating stutter. So, I keep hearing about these kids who are making Super 8 movies with their friends.
Right.
But, what do you do when you have no friends? And so instead of making movies, I just like wrote scripts.
Uh-huh.
And this was one of the scripts that I was completely obsessed with, No, the Coens they write them as like prose. They don't do like, I think they do interior, but they are, they're literate. They're literary in a way. And this film especially because, the dialogue is so musical and so beautiful and has such like rhythm to it. And obviously, the film is like something between pastiche and homage. And it's specifically got its sights on Dashiell Hammett. With Miller's Crossing, you've got, I would say, mostly Hammett with again, the treatment of dialogue that you get from Howard Hawks, and then like a minimalism that like even just the rooms are empty.
Yes.
Well, the film is like, famous for its labyrinthine plotting, which was so complicated that they had to take a break from it to write Barton Fink.
Right.
Because they got confused. This is the first of their films that has like an elegiac quality.
Yes.
This movie is really moving. And it's a great film about friendship. I don't see that and think like, man, that hat represents, Sometimes you dangle stuff knowing that it's going to,
right. It's
going to waste people's time. Sometimes that's the joke. The joke is like, you're going to think this means something. Well, that's the whole point. You've just wasted your time and your thought and your energy on this.